What's up, crew? Today we have creature compilation number 21. You know, it's been a while since my last video, about 6 months in fact. I released the last one very early January, kind of before my big year in Dallas County started, but I remember in that video I mentioned that I'd already seen 100 species of birds in Dallas County up to that point. And I'm pleased to report that I am now all the way up to 235 species seen within Dallas County in just under 6 months. So that's pretty awesome. Across the board though, I'm at 258 species, which I'm getting really close. My last record is 267, and you know, the reason that I have more is because I went to South Carolina, starting with this picture. This bottlenose dolphin, that's the first of my trips outside of Dallas County to go birding. Not to go birding, this was just a trip for spring break, I should say. But I got to go birding while I was there. Got to see a ton of awesome species, such as royal terns, a lot of cool coastal warblers, such as yellow-throated warblers, which you'll see coming up here. And it was just a really cool experience. You know, that's a great picture I took there of a really interesting bird that I actually got to see recently. Here in Texas, in East Texas, at a place called Old Sabine Bottom, which was another expedition I did outside of Dallas County. And moving back into Dallas County, you know, since last time I saw you, we got to experience our spring migration. Started off by that Costas hummingbird, first time ever in Dallas County. How cool is that, you guys? Just an awesome experience to kind of stake out a bird for the first time. So that was really entertaining to do. Super mega rarity. They're native to far west coast, and they only dip into Texas very occasionally. So you know, spring migration was really anticipated by me and the people I bird with for the whole year, basically up to that point. And you know, it's kind of hard to say, but it wasn't that good of a spring migration. A lot of people have been saying it's one of the worst ones in years, but you know, I had a great time just being out there birding, seeing a ton of awesome species, getting lifers. You know, it was a really great experience. You know, a lot of the species that are hyped up are the warblers, and it was not a great year for warblers, but you know, we had an awesome movement of shorebirds and vireos and flycatchers. It was just, you know, it was a lot of fun to get out there and see these, you know, really tropical looking species as they make their way up to the north and to the east and to the mountains to where it's cold so they can nest. Just really awesome to get out there and see these kind of species that we kind of get for an ephemeral amount of time. You know, that's what kind of makes these migratory species all better, because they're only here for such a short time, and it just makes them that more rewarding to see, especially those warblers. They're pretty hard to chase. And then probably one of my favorite sightings this year was these bobolink. I was out there with my friend Cooper, and we were basically hip deep in these tall grasses looking at these bobolinks. We got some great pictures. In fact, that picture is now the background on my computer because I absolutely love bobolinks. And here's the painted bunting, a fan favorite. Who doesn't love a good old painted bunting? Just an absolutely beautiful bird. That's native here to Texas. I'll miss them when I go up to Colorado next year, but not for too long because, you know, I'll be back for the summers and stuff. Now, this bobcat was an absolutely awesome experience as well. I'll talk about that a little bit more. I was birding the woods at White Rock, and I turned the trail, and this little bobcat pops out in front of me, and I follow it for what felt like a long time, but it, you know, it never even looked back at me. It never acknowledged me being there. And then it took a left and literally swam in those ponds. If you've ever been to the woods at White Rock, it swam through one of those ponds to get to the other side. It was really cool. And you know, with spring comes these butterflies and the wildflowers. The thistle, that plant there, the purple flower, seems to attract a lot of birds, which is really interesting. Or not birds, sorry, butterflies. It seemed to attract a lot of butterflies, especially the big ones, like the swallowtail, the pipevine swallowtail, and the tiger swallowtail, which we'll see here shortly. But yeah, it's just really interesting to see. If you go back to the first pictures on this video, they're kind of dull and gray, but to see kind of that shift is something I really wanted to show, that shift from the winter birds and animals to this beautiful bright yellow and purple picture with the butterfly. Um, so far it's been a great year. Hopefully we'll hit 400 bird species by the end of the year on my life list with me heading to Colorado. I'm actually going up there this week for orientation. I'll be in Arkansas in this week as well. And, I'm just really looking forward to it. Hopefully I'll be able to deliver to y'all some good photos. So make sure you follow me on Instagram for more updates, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching and subscribe.